With fires raging on one side and storms and extreme cold on the other, the situation is more dangerous than ever. This is a time to be extra cautious and take every possible precaution to stay safe. The unpredictable nature of the weather demands that we remain vigilant and prepared for whatever comes our way. If you don't have to go outside, it's best to stay indoors and protect yourself from the harsh conditions. Cold temperatures and storms can cause accidents or even life-threatening situations, so avoid unnecessary travel and stay informed about the weather updates in your area. If you are forced to go outside, bundle up in layers and take every step to shield yourself from the cold and wind. We'll break down the weather pattern step by step to give you all the information you need, as well as provide a detailed outlook for the first week of February. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I really appreciate it. Also, if you could share this video with friends, family, and on social media, that would mean a lot. Detailed temperature outlook. Let's dive in and take a look at temperatures. If you stepped outside today, especially across the north central United States, you probably thought, wow, it feels pretty warm today. That's because temperatures have risen significantly over the past few days, and they will continue to rise as a surge of Pacific moisture moves into Western Canada. This warmer air will push in through Wednesday, and by late this week, we'll see well above normal temperatures across the upper Midwest, the Ohio Valley, and the Great Lakes. By Thursday, January 30th and Friday, January 31st, this warmth will spread further east toward the mid-Atlantic. In fact, areas from the upper Midwest to the mid-Atlantic, the Ohio Valley, and the Great Lakes could see near record or even record high temperatures. This is something we're closely tracking in the forecasts. As we wake up on Wednesday morning, temperatures will be quite chilly across the western U.S. Single-digit and teen temperatures are expected, especially in the northern regions. Further south, places like California, western Oregon, western Washington, Arizona, and New Mexico will experience temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Moving into the central U.S., it will be particularly cold in northern Minnesota, where morning lows will be in the single digits. Northern Wisconsin and Michigan's Upper Peninsula will see teens, while areas farther south will generally experience 20s and 30s. Over in the eastern U.S., Wednesday morning will start off mild for most, except for Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, and upstate New York, where temperatures could drop to around 0 degrees or even into the negative teens. In the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Southeast, morning temperatures will range from the 20s to the 40s. Huge storm system detail breakdown. We're tracking a major storm system that will be quite dynamic. As it strengthens, it will pull in moisture from both the eastern Pacific and the western Gulf of Mexico. By Wednesday, this system will begin to mature, and by Thursday, jet stream winds will intensify, signaling a powerful storm moving eastward. For tonight, we have snow to discuss in the northeast, but the main system is still in Arizona, bringing light rain and drizzle to southern Texas. By Wednesday morning, warm air advection from the Gulf of Mexico will lift northward, bringing rain showers to areas like Dallas, Fort Worth, Waco, and Corpus Christi. Meanwhile, the storm's core will start to develop snow showers across Arizona, particularly around Flagstaff, as well as parts of southern Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico. By Wednesday afternoon, moisture will surge downstream into Oklahoma and Texas, leading to developing showers and thunderstorms. By Wednesday night, some of these storms could turn severe, which is something we're closely monitoring. The system will continue into Thursday, bringing the potential for severe weather across the lower Mississippi Valley, including threats of damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a marginal risk for severe weather across parts of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, San Angelo, and nearly as far south as San Antonio. Isolated wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, quarter-sized hail, and even a brief tornado could be possible in any of these areas highlighted in dark green. As we move into Thursday, a larger area of dark green indicates a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for severe weather. This includes the DFW area, Waco, and near San Antonio, extending north into Little Rock and Jackson. Additionally, a yellow area represents a level 2 out of 5 slight risk, covering parts of Louisiana and southeastern Texas, including Monroe, Lake Charles, Alexandria, Houston, and Galveston. In these areas, there is a heightened risk for 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter-sized hail, and even a couple of tornadoes. Heavy rainfall potential. This storm system will bring significant moisture, pulling from both the eastern Pacific and the western Gulf. As a result, heavy rain could fall from southern Indiana to North Texas, with 1 to 4 inches expected through Friday night. Localized flash flooding may occur, particularly in North Texas, Southeast Oklahoma, and West Central Arkansas, something we'll be monitoring closely. Further east, rainfall totals won't be as extreme as in the southern plains or mid-south, but still significant enough to bring 0.5 to 1.5 inches across parts of the lower Ohio River Valley, Tennessee Valley, and the southeast. Rainfall will gradually lessen as it moves eastward toward the Sech 95 corridor and the Delmarva region. Snowfall outlook. While this system won't have much cold air to work with, it will still bring notable snowfall, particularly in the higher elevations. The Four Corners region, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico could see over a foot of snow, especially in southwest Colorado. Heavy snowfall is also expected in British Columbia and the Cascades. Down in temperature swings, we're going to see big warm-ups followed by significant cool downs. This will also bring a variety of nasty weather, including severe thunderstorms to the deep south, central, and southeastern states, some snowfall events further north, and even some ice storms. Overall, the frequency of storminess will increase compared to what we saw earlier in January. I think that's the biggest theme here. So let's go ahead and dive into things. We're looking at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the National Weather Service. And what we can see, I guess the biggest change is that this warmth stretches all the way back to the southwest. It's really affecting much of the southern states in general. You might be thinking, I get this comment a lot where people say, of course, it's colder in the north and warmer in the south. But you have to consider that this is compared to the normal for each and every given location. For northern Montana, which is marked in blue here, the temperatures are below normal for them during the February 2nd to 6th time frame. Meanwhile, Florida is above normal compared to what's typically considered average during this time period as well. So we're seeing a more extreme temperature difference from north to south. And typically, this is the exact type of temperature pattern that I would watch out for during severe weather season. I think this will lead to more elevated severe weather than we're typically used to in the winter time. We're starting out just a few days from now with some of that severe weather. And there could be multiple threats. It'll be cold in the northwest, north central, and northeast, while warmer than normal temperatures will be affecting the southwest, south central, and southeastern states. Precipitation is on the rise for much of the nation, especially in the west, where there's a nice, healthy uptick in precipitation. Areas across the Midwest Ohio Valley and even some of the southern plains are also experiencing above normal precipitation. In the southeast could be a little below normal, as well as the northwest. Looking ahead to the 8 to 14 day range, we see a lot of the same. The southeast in particular is quite warm compared to normal from February 4th to 10th. It's worth noting, however, that this won't be pure warmth. I don't expect only warm days from the 1st to the 10th of February. There will be some colder days in there, but I think those colder days will be much closer to normal. These above normal days could bring temperatures 10 to 15 degrees above what's typical, and that's why we'll see an overall warmer pattern when you look at all of those days combined. It'll still be quite cold for the northwest, north central, and southwestern states. Precipitation is expected to stay elevated in the west, as well as in some similar areas, but now also including regions further south and east. particularly in the eastern half of the nation. Now, let's take a look at what the past 20 days have looked like. In 2 days on Thursday, we'll be able to look at the 30-day period and see how January as a whole looks once we put it all together. But for now, we only have the 20 days here. We can see that for the most part, colder than normal conditions have dominated about 90 to 95% of the nation. We do see a bit of above normal temperatures in California, northern Montana, North Dakota, and parts of Maine.